Hello and good evening. Welcome to this episode of ABC of Literature with Miss Gifty. We all know that NECO is fast approaching for literature students. Briefly, we are going to be looking at 3 years, 3 NECO, that is strictly the objective questions, okay? We are going to be doing I'll be reading some questions, 40 questions, that's 120 questions for those 3 years. That is strictly the part that deals with literary appreciation. And we are going to be answering them ASAP. Okay, I don't know this year, honestly. I just have it. But if I do, I'll let you know. So, can we start? I hope you can hear me. Number 1, a technique in which the audience knows what the actor does not know is called. Number 1's answer is B, dramatic irony. Number 2, melodrama is characterized by A, exaggerated action. Of course, Z Word and the Telemundo, perfect example. Exaggerated actions, that's just the perfect one. Number 3, materials used on stage in the performance of a play are known as props. Yes, materials used on stage, not worn by the actors. Don't get them mixed up. They are known as props. But the costumes are what the actors put on. So they are different. Question 4. The expression, "Oh grave, where's your victory?" illustrates A, apostrophe. Apostrophe is when you address a non-living thing or something that can barely answer you. Okay, guys, moving on. Sorry. Yep. A poem of 8 lines is called octave. 8 is B. 5B, octave. 6. The freedom enjoyed by a poet to use words or language in a way suitable to them is known as E, poetic license. 7. An epilogue is obviously the conclusion. 7B. 8. Identical sounds at the end of lines is called D, rhyme. 8D, rhyme, identical sounds at the end of lines. 9. The repetition of similar vowel sounds within lines is A, alliteration. 10. In a literary work, tension between characters is initiated by C, conflict. 11. The choice of words to convey the thought of an actor is called A, diction. Prologue comes at the dash of a play. A, beginning. My shoes are as black as charcoal. E, simile. Always know that simile is the use of as or like. That is like a bonus question. 14. The sequence of events or actions in a work of art is known as B, the plot. 15. The principal female character in a novel is called D, heroine. 16. The antagonist in a novel is D, the arch rival of the hero. 17. Clothing used on stage by characters. Good. Can you see how they brought back this question? Some of you who would have picked costume in that other one, because we were probably confused, will be confused now because, we don't bring a question about the same option, in the same year. So for this one now, 17, A, costume. 18, the boy is the lion of his compound is metaphor, comparison of two unlike things. B. 19, a group of 3 literary works is E, trilogy. 19 is trilogy. 20, the headmaster trudged along the tiring road. D, personification. You understand, giving inanimate objects road, human attributes, tiring. 21, a character talking to himself on stage is said to be involved in C, a monologue. 22, a character whose flaws combines with external forces leading to his death is a D, tragic hero. Julius Caesar, Othello was gullible. Characters who flaws. And those flaws could be even good deeds. You're too nice, you're too kind. Sometimes those things can be your undoing. Being even too good. So these are not even vices now. they're actually virtues that become flaws because we do them a lot. A play based on just gestures and facial expression is obviously C. Mime. A conscious attempt to read and judge a work of art is literary criticism. 24. C. 25. One of the following is not a literary device. Allegory, fable, memos, meter, probe. C. 26. A long heroic poem addressed to objects, animals, or person is known as B. Epic. 27. The difference between allegory and fable is that the latter has A. Animal characters. The latter is the last one to have been called in a sequence in a list. So the latter here is fable. Of course, we know fable, all those, the tortoise and the this, the this and the that. Both are similar. Allegory and fable are so similar in the sense that they both characters in both kind of works are symbolic and metaphoric. You understand? They both have the connotative and the denotative meaning. You understand? The tortoise and the this. How the tortoise went to heaven, and because of his stinginess, he said, "I'm all of you." He was thrown down. Obviously, it's for kids. They might laugh, but we all know the underlying meaning. Be contented. Do not be selfish. Be ready to share. Do not lie. To have your way and all that. Okay, so it's A. 28. A literary work with a melancholic ending. Melancholic, sad, depressing. D. Tragedy. 29. The regular repetitions of lines, phrases, or verses in poetry is called of lines. D. Refrain. 30. The eye of God narrative technique could also be called dash method. The omniscient. 30E. Eye of God, meaning you see everything. You know everything. You know the thoughts of all the characters. Okay, now 31 to 35. Let us read the passage. Other children playing a few yards away stopped and joined in the laughter. They loved to see Hajo screw up her face, which was already funny to look at, with its big nose, ears that stuck out like a rabbit's, and tiny eyes were set near together under bushy eyebrows. A large black birthmark ran across the whole of her left cheek, leaving her face scarred